Shalom, I praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakal Kadash, the one of the apostles at GreatMillStone. Now I got this article about Germany. It says, huge majority of Germans would like to see Brits suffer when Brexit negotiations start next month, according to new poll. Now, you got this thing with Brexit going on, which England is due to pull out of the EU in March next year or April, and pretty much I'm not gonna go too in depth into it in this video, but that this is just the Lord breaking up Esau. You had the nations that were financially strong, the nations that were financially weak. The Lord's got this kingdom divided against itself. Now, funny enough, I'm in England, so I've typed in a few articles dealing with what Germany and Britain, and all the stuff that popped up was about how it was pro-Britain. How Germany's gonna suffer and X, Y, Z and this and that, which is bullshit, man. But let me say this, which it affects them all, but the main people it's gonna affect in that Brexit is Britain, and Britain, like the reason we one of brothers and all that. And we just talking about how Britain, they're still acting like they're some fucking world power, man. And they've been surpassed by America a long time ago. So these Brits are pump and they're proud. Okay. So anyway, it says huge majority of Germans would like to see Brits suffer. So a lot of these nations in the EU, they're looking down on Britain. Now we already know America, man. America's that land. Everybody's looking down on that place. But the Lord's breaking up all these little nations, especially, especially America. But you fucking Brits, bro, you're not exempt from this. You guys are proud, man. You got that pump attitude. You hide behind. You think you're all posh. You think you're all smart, and you're a bunch of nobodies, mate. Okay, but a nasty frog, like it says in the Revelations. But anyway, it says huge majority of Germans would like to see Brits suffer when Brexit negotiations start next month. Now, this article went back to April. We're now in August. And then pretty much, it's got to a point now where what's this bitch's name, man? Theresa May, which everyone always talks about how ugly she is. But anyway, it is what it is. But she's sitting there talking about, they will be leaving the EU. Now, there was one article, and this is the point of the video, which I couldn't find, but I'll have to go for. I seen it in a particular video I was watching. I'd have to go back and watch a few videos. But in this particular video, what happened was you had a situation where Germany said, well, because if Britain leave, we're gonna make them pay. Right, we're gonna make an example out of them. Now I've tried to find this article on, it's like when you Google things in the country you're in, it's like the first articles that pop up is like propagate pro for the country that you're in, because I couldn't really find that. Or the only articles that were popping up was how Germany, Britain saying, yeah, laughing at them, they're going to suffer. Well, you keep that pump attitude, because this is let me get it. As we're speaking, this is just pretty much the downfall of your own kingdom. Mark 3 and 24, right? It says, Mark 3 and 23, and pretty much I just watched a video with Elder Apostle Tahar, based on the topic of Satan's kingdom being divided against himself, man. It says, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. So all these nations, like, okay, you had World War I, World War II, right? And Edomites were killing each other. And now this EU NATO thing was supposed to be a prevention of that. But what are you seeing? You're seeing these dudes arguing with each other, you know, almost ready to go to war with each other. In America, they're known for that. That's why everyone's gonna hate America. Because America, they don't give a damn. They'll go to war with any Edomite nation at the drop of a pin. You know, they're looking at it like, well, and they're the ones in power. America mainly. You know, Babylon the Great. You know, they got that military might, and you know, they're the ones in power, man. So, you know, they're the ones, like, through Trump, they're saying, look, man, you mess with us, you get on our nerves, and, you know, you ain't gonna like the consequences. You know, Britain don't have that. They like to think they do, but they don't. Now, you know, I'm not, like I said, I ain't gonna go too deep into this situation, but this is just the scriptures, man. Lord willing, I'll go deeper into it in another video. But I'm just trying to get this out. They had some technical issues going on anyway. Germans want Brits to be punished in Brexit talks. And look, they put the cocky Germans. So, you know, some Brits put this together. The Sun newspaper. See, what about you? You need to look at yourself. Don't you think it's cocky that you're doing that Brexit thing? Anyway, the cocky Germans think they will get away with it by saying "Nien" to Britain because they don't fear any negative consequences for Germany after we quit the EU. And you know, there was a poll that come out that a lot of people that voted for Brexit, a lot of them are turning around and saying, well, I don't know if it's actually going to be a benefit, because a lot of people didn't know what the hell they were doing. They were talking about immigrants and there's ethnic peoples around and X, Y, Z and this and that and all this madness, man. Last year, in the aftermath of the referendum, about a third of Germans were worried that the economy, particularly their powerful car industry, would be at loss of the exports to the British market. And like I said, I ain't gonna go too into this. You know, it's not gonna be no thorough breakdown about Brexit, but I'm just showing you what's going on here, man. Look at these Edomites. They're splitting up. We're watching it happening. So a lot of these Germans are saying, fuck the British, man. That's pretty much what's going on here. You know, that's pretty much what's going on. The anti-British mood in Germany is reflected by a series of pro-EU rallies being staged in Frankfurt and other cities, with chanting crowds waving the blue-starred EU flags and shouting slogans. So they're cursing Britain out. So this is the scriptures in effect, mate. Okay. This is the scriptures in effect. Because, you know, when they leave the EU, it's going to cause a lot of things. You know, you pretty much, you ain't going to be able to travel over to them lands. You know, you're going to need a visa, whatever. Certain things will be set up, you know, or however they do it. But it ain't going to be too easy, man. You know, right now you can just pretty much go over there. But it ain't going to be like that, you know. And that's the scriptures, man. That's the scriptures speaking. You know, this is the downfall of Esau. Now, I know I've been doing a bit of talking. You know, matter of fact, let me bring out the other scripture that was the same. How am I going to do that? Right. Luke 11:17, but you know of their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against itself falleth. So same scripture in a different book, you know. So it's emphasized on. It's emphasized on, man. Okay. So like Germany, they have Satan. England, America, they all have Satan. They're all divided, man. And they're gonna be even more divided. Watch when this war pops off, man. Okay, you're gonna see some shit. Okay. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.